Clint, and this is Weekly Poetry. Today on the show, check out my beautiful kitchen. No, I'm just kidding. Today on the show, we're going to read some mail. So the first email comes from Sherry T. She says, I really like what you guys are doing, but I was curious. How do you come up with new ideas every week? That's a hard question. I don't know. I wanted to do a weekly show, so I try my best to come up with ideas. I do have help from other people, and yeah, it's hard being creative on a schedule. Once a week, it's like I have to pop something out. It's like pop, pop, pop. Got all these ideas. Come on, Clint, be creative. You could do it once a week, right? So yeah, that's the answer to that. So the next email comes from Holden86. Holden says, Clint, you're fucking weird, but I'm inspired after watching the show. What should a fellow YouTuber need to make a show like Weekly Poetry? The way I make the show is really easy. It's there's no budget at all. I have I film with my iPhone. It's not even like a nice one. It's just like an iPhone 4. And there were a few things that I had to pay for. Like, I use an app called Filmic Classic. I think the image quality is pretty good. Now, beyond a capture device, I mean, you obviously have to have like ideas for a show. Like, you have to think about what you're doing before you just like turn the camera on, unlike what I'm doing today. But then you need editing software. For editing, I just use Vegas Movie Studio. It was really cheap. It was only like $30 on Amazon, and I've got a lot of good use for it, just cutting and splicing videos, and I've used a little bit of some of the advanced techniques that you can do to change things, like doing text overlays. I haven't quite got into cloning yet though, and that should be cool, because it'll be like like Clint number 1 is right here, and then Clint number 2 will like walk in from this side of the camera and be like, oh, hello, Clint number 2. And Clint number 2 will be like, hello, Clint number 1. So anyways, yeah. You have to have a camera, editing software, and ideas. And that's it. Then you can make your own version of Weekly Poetry or whatever. Okay, so the next email comes from JLKGV. JLKGV writes, if the world was going to end and you had 18 hours to live, what would you do? I would probably eat Chinese food and drink a lot of whiskey and probably smoke like 3 packs of cigarettes. So that's what I would do if the world was going to end in 18 hours. Yeah, sex wasn't on that list. So the next email comes from Lesbian Cowgirl in Space. That's an awesome name, by the way. I love that email address. Lesbian Cowgirl in Space writes, who is that girl that's featured in a few episodes? You know, the one with the glasses? You are talking about Stephanie Luna. Now, she is actually she actually helps me produce the show. Like, we have like meetings every week, and we talk about like ideas for the show, and she helps me put the episodes together, and she also helps with filming a little bit too. I stick her behind the camera a few times, like whenever I'm going to do an interview or whatever. So Stephanie is very helpful. She's an integral part of Weekly Poetry. Okay, so the next email is from Hot Carla 33. Hot Carla 33 writes, hey Clint, I can't decide if I like your show or not. You seem kind of off, but some of it seems cool. So basically what I'm asking is, do you believe in God? have to consult Socrates to answer that question appropriately. All I know is that I know nothing.